Dolemite is my name and fucking up motherfuckers is my game. This film is absolutely terrific. I really enjoyed it. I recently got my 1 month free trial of Netflix because I wanted to watch The Irishman, and I came across this movie which I had been looking out for anyway because I knew it was supposed to be something of a comeback for Eddie Murphy, and it was so enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. It was a real gem. I was recovering from an operation when I watched it, and the film was so damn funny and vulgar I nearly ripped my stitching open from laughter. Dolemite tells the tale of real-life blaxploitation film legend Rudy Ray, the comedian who wouldn't take no for an answer and through his grit and determination managed to make a motion picture, with his crude and hilarious alter ego Dolemite the star. The movie covers his transition from humble comedian to breakout superstar, and the wacky characters he recruited along the way to making his Dolemite movie. Eddie Murphy plays Rudy and he is stunning in the film. He is absolute dynamite and you really do feel the man is right at home here. He hasn't done an R-rated film since the 90s, it's been decades, but that's where Murphy was always at his best, with pictures like 48 Hours, Trading Places and Beverly Hills Cop. And he was so good in this film, his performance was infectiously good. I wanted to talk like him, to move like him and to curse like him. There's a magnetism to his performance and he was so alive and vibrant and full of oomph. I was so happy for him, you know that. I don't even know why, but in a year where quite a few veteran actors are showing the new generation that they still have the goods, Eddie Murphy might not be in contention for an Oscar nomination given how stacked the nominees are going to be this year, but that's how good I thought he was here. To be honest, from what I've seen from Eddie Murphy, I don't think it's crazy to suggest that Dolemite might be his best film in terms of performance. He's on such fine form when it comes to the comedy. He's playing an over-the-top, almost cartoon character, but at the same time the human element bleeds through. There's glimpses into the inner turmoils that haunt and thus drive and push Rudy to better himself and achieve the success he so desires. Murphy isn't the only one flexing his acting muscles. In fact, the film is full of brilliant performances. I was really surprised by how funny Wesley Snipes was in the film, in an absolutely hilarious self-ironic part as a bit part actor who is full of himself and coaxed into starring in Dolemite's turkey of a film. Many a time he matched Murphy in screen presence and a few times stole the limelight off him in spite of limited screen time. Keegan-Michael Kay, Joe Randolph and Titus Burgess are some of the few actors who really add the movie with colour and flavour. There's two films Dolemite reminds me of quite a lot. The first is Black Dynamite, quite obviously, the brilliant blaxploitation spoof that shares many similarities with Dolemite. The other is Ed Wood. In fact, Tim Burton's movie does make a good companion piece for Dolemite. In many ways, Dolemite is the blaxploitation version of Ed Wood's story, as both follow an eccentric but determined underdog and his wacky collection of friends as they have a blast making a terrible film together. Like with Ed Wood, you really do get a sense of genuine friendship between Rudy and the others. They might not always agree with his vision, but it is heartwarming to see bonds develop and seeing them support his goals until the very end, and he himself not getting lost in the success and taking his friends with him every step of the way. Dolemite is a brilliant, wacky ensemble piece, a perfect feel-good movie spearheaded by an on-fire Eddie Murphy who gives the performance of his career. It's a wonderfully raunchy and vulgar film, but with heart and a message that resonates with anyone with a dream. Dolemite is pure crowd-pleasing entertainment, and it's such a shame that movies like these don't get wide releases anymore. But that's the state of modern Hollywood, I suppose. At least it got made in the first place. I give Dolemite an 8 out of 10.